Welcome back to Night and Day TV with Chris and Michelle and the Underground Music Mag. Oh, this is awesome. Ugly Things launched here in San Diego in 1983 by a transplanted Londoner by the name of Mike Stax, celebrating their 30th anniversary this weekend here at the Casbah. Mike is here and he's brought a guest as well. Hey Mike, how are you doing?
Nice to be here, Chris.
Sorry I didn't answer your question before we popped on. You could look at me or the camera, whatever you're most comfortable with.
All right.
Introduce us to your friend, please.
This is Freddie Fortune. He's going to be performing at our event this weekend with Benedict Arnold and the Traitors.
Wonderful. Nice to have you in town. Freddie, you're from Detroit, is that correct?
That's right.
I like the tiki shirt. We were talking tikis before we went live here. He has his own tiki bar. You could visit it. It's in his house. So, Mike, tell us about, for those who don't know, Ugly Things magazine. I'm familiar with the mag, but I didn't realize it dated back 30 years.
I didn't realize either until I kind of just did the math earlier this year. I started it in 1983, as you said. At that time, I wasn't really excited about any of the new music that was happening.
Sure.
And what was getting me excited was kind of the lesser-known bands from the 60s. And I was starting to dig deeper and deeper into these bands. And I just wanted to turn more and more people onto this music, because there was so much of it back then that was just forgotten about. People were focused on the Beatles, on Jimi Hendrix, the Doors, all the name bands. Meanwhile, you know, every neighborhood had their own garage band, and some of them made a lot of great records.
And then the 80s came, and everyone forgot about a lot of the 60s and 70s stuff, and these artists completely got forgotten about.
Yeah, and I wanted to sort of give them a voice to tell their stories, because they had great stories, great music, and it was just what I was excited about. So I was kind of just reaching out to other people that might be like me, who felt disconnected from the mainstream music of the time and wanted to discover something exciting from the past.
Sure, sure. Now, as far as San Diego and the music scene was concerned, what was that like 30 years ago?
There was a few things happening. I mean, at the time, there was either like hardcore bands or you know, it was sort of like synthesizer bands, and none of those were doing much for me. But I was in a band at the time called the Crawdaddies, and we were like very much like the early Rolling Stones, Yardbirds kind of sound. Okay,
and where would you guys play back then here in San Diego?
We used to play a lot at the Zebra Club, which was downtown on 5th, before 5th was all gentrified. That was
it's a different 5th today.
That's back when there was like dice games going on outside the club on the street. It was
absolutely.
It was real dangerous. And also, we used to play at the Spirit Club.
Of course, remember the Spirit Club. So what's happening at the Casbah this weekend? It's a 3-day event, correct?
Right. We figured 30 years we got to do something special, so I tried to bring together some of the musicians that have meant a lot to me as I've been writing this magazine, and try to represent some of the best music. A lot of those bands aren't around anymore, so in the case, for example, of The Misunderstood, which was a band from Riverside that I did a big story on. We have their steel guitar player, and he's going to play with my band, The Loons, and we're going to recreate some of their sound. And he's actually flown out from Auckland, New Zealand for this. And then we have on Saturday, Love Revisited, which is the band that was led by Arthur Lee. Arthur died a couple years ago, but his original lead guitar player, Johnny Eccles, is still running the band and playing that music that he helped create.
Wonderful.
And we're real excited to have them.
And then what's your connection to Freddie? How does he play into Ugly Things and San Diego, if at all?
Well, Freddie's been a friend of ours for about 20 years now, but Paul Revere and the Raiders is a band that's real important to us. There's a band that had a lot of hits, but they've sort of been written out of the history books. They're not even in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is scandalous.
How do you feel about that, Freddie?
It's bad.
It's
really
bad. I haven't been this upset since Rush.
Well, I mean, these guys sold, you know, millions of records.
Right.
They were on television every day, and because of the colonial outfits and the gimmick, they're basically written off.
They weren't taken seriously?
But they had, you know, amazing records, amazing albums.
Yeah, if you listen to the music, you have to take it seriously, because it's
Are there
right
people
up there.
out there trying, is there like grassroots organizations trying to push for their induction? Do you know about
There might be. I think the attitude of a lot of people like Freddie and myself is kind of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is sort of irrelevant in a way. You know, I mean, Gene Vincent isn't in there, I don't even think, or Johnny Burnett. You know, pioneers like that.
True musicians, artists feel that way about the
so,
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
But then maybe you can't put everybody in. You know, that's not what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is about. But anyway, Paul Revere and the Raiders, we celebrate them in an underground way at this event. Freddie's band that he put together for this occasion, they wear the outfits, they do all the best repertoire.
Awesome.
And, you know, it's going to be really special.
Where can people get all the information on the entire event? Where's the best place to send them? The Casbah website? Do you guys have a place also that they can visit?
They can go to my website, which is ugly-things.com.
Okay.
And all the information is there. If they go to the Casbah website, they can go buy tickets right there.
Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Definitely encourage you to learn more about the show. Hit the website. There it is, ugly-things.com. History happening this weekend at the Casbah. We'll be right back with more 9 Day TV. Chris and Michelle.